Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. We in the building. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That way that chord ain't hitting this. Good morning, beautiful people. Yeah. Good morning, beautiful people. I've been a busy bee this morning, man. Yeah. We're gonna go over this shit. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna stop playing with this shit. Good morning to everybody. We about to start shortly. Good morning. Turn off the music. We don't need no music. No. We gonna rock the music just a little bit more. Good morning, bro. Good morning, broski. Yeah. You know, we sick of this shit. We sick of this. We gonna get to this. Turn the music off. F that music. No disrespect to the person who made that track. That track is fire, by the way. But we about to get to this shit. Good morning. How everybody doing? I woke up this morning. My guy D Twins, man. Salute to my guy D Twins, man. Send me the clip, man. You know, Terrence Gangsta Williams asked questions. And I think they're valid questions. But he also brings up a solution to the question, just to put it to rest once and for all. We need to see that paperwork. Wack. You know, the Wheeler, Texas case. That just gets a thorn in your side, ain't it? It's a thorn in your side, man. But you can put this to bed. You can put it to bed. Show us the paperwork. You said it was an illegal search and seizure. We're going to hear it again in this audio. In these few audios that I'm going to play. But we found out that was a lie. The motion to dismiss for illegal seizure was denied. We got answers. We got questions, man. That's all I'm saying. We need answers. Can't be out here calling people police and calling people rats and reading their paperwork and getting information that only the police would have at that moment. But then shed away from revealing all your paperwork. And getting down to the bottom of that Wheeler, Texas case. And let's put hashtag who snitched on Poochie in the comment section. Let's go.
This ain't my business, but
it is my business.
Yeah. Speaking of a watch, it looked like what's the name? It looked like Turk getting some money now, ain't it?
He got a new big chain.
Yeah, we know they doing that tour, man. So right now, I'm about to drop this on y'all channel. Nobody don't know about this. Right now, it's a hot boy show that's being held up because of BG. Because BG want more money.
Yeah.
So they kind of like, man, what's up, man? You holding us up, man? Cause they happy what they get. Jizzle like, nah, man. So he want more money and he holding up them. So he haven't signed the contract. So by him not signing, they haven't sent Turk, Wayne, everybody else they deposit. Cause Jizzle he ain't signed yet.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Shout out to Joey. Shout out to Tracy.
Is they trying to pay him less than they paying the other people?
No. He getting money, but he looking at, we sell out arenas. We this stuff. Y'all eating off us, man.
Mm-hmm.
So Jizzle just looking like, man, I need some more.
Is everybody getting equal pay or is the pay?
Now you know it's level to that. No,
who getting the less money?
Me. Me.
the hot boy.
Say, telling the truth ain't hating.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Who getting the most though?
Juvie.
It's Weezy, baby.
It's Weezy too.
Weezy.
You know Weezy.
Come on, man.
Yeah, then after Weezy is Juvie.
Yeah.
Well, it's a toss-up between Juvie and Bird now.
Oh, Bird get a cut too?
You think he up there talking and walking off on him for nothing?
I thought he was just happy to be there. He just having a good time.
Nah, but Bird ain't on the stage, he getting a check.
Yeah.
He not about to be out there
performing.
Yeah, he getting a check. Big facts.
So
Man, you know how they say he called the Holy Ghost.
yeah.
So I think Jizzle look at that, man. We eat, we get money. And like, y'all doing y'all song and that flashback from when we was young, it just got the best of him. He like, man, F all this. Because it was petty for real.
Mm-hmm.
They was mad with Turk behind some petty stuff, but I didn't step up and speak up for him because I feel like he turned his back on me. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, wasn't they into it behind y'all other homeboy, Cash Money Wack?
Yeah. Wack back on BG, ain't he? He said he told Boosie about BG and Boosie said something.
Man, BG gonna beat Wack up when he catch. Wack like about 2 feet.
I don't know. You must ain't see that video of Wack and them 3 white boys.
Man, Wack was running, jumping back. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. Cause I wanted to fight him when I saw that. Yeah. I said, I'm not gonna beat Wack. He's gonna a person, but nah, for real, I think that, but Wack is on man, but Wack still kind of listens to the stunner and BG. That's why I say this new stuff that's going on, it took me a while to catch on. I was like, man, but I see now there's a lot of, get it how you live, every man for himself, because Jizzle could easily holler at, man, baby, holler at your man, bro, your man trying to assassinate my character.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. Because if BG because they seem like they the closest out of all of them, BG and Baby. And
let me tell you something.
And then you got Baby and Wack. That don't kind of make sense to me.
You got Wayne, Turk, Fresh, have at some point in time, even Juvie disrespect Baby. BG too. But BG the only one that's still showing loyalty and love to him. But you gotta understand, Baby looking at it like, you ain't signing Cash Money. You ain't signed back. You ain't let me get my swagger back. So, but with Jizzle still showing, man, I'm rocking with you. But like I ain't like some of my information, my intel I get is they give me. I'm getting limited stuff because the people I got planted inside these different organizations, they get a little scared because certain stuff come out, then they get the organ about pop, pop, pop.
Planted.
So I gotta kind of tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, they starting to pinpoint you.
Yeah, like how you doing? How he do pop, pop, pop. So I gotta.
From my understanding, ain't Wack 100 the information getter? Don't he got the exposers?
You know what? This what I want to start here. It ain't my business, but let's talk about it. Wack got some sealed paperwork. Nobody, all these dudes who heavy on paperwork, all these dudes who talk about who snitched, who rat, who told, he go to work. Why nobody ain't press Wack to open up his that gun he caught in Texas or something, them gun. Why that sentence here? Why nobody ain't press him to show us that?
Why ain't nobody pressed? What's up? Why we ain't pressed him to produce that paperwork? We waiting on that paperwork, sir. Oh shit.
Oh hi, I'm
Fuck
Eric
that.
Wareheim. I run.
Fuck that. Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on, y'all. I'm messed up. I gotta go back and grab it. Let me do this. Hold on, y'all. My what's the name was tripping, so it's over here messing with something else. Hold on, y'all. Let me get right back to it. 1 second. Could have left that where that was at. But I think that was is this it? No, this ain't it. Damn it. Oh, you know what? Why did I do it that way? I should have did this. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it back up. This ain't my. Hold on, y'all. Oh, that's not it, but we gonna do that. Now I just gotta grab the link, and then we back at it again. My stuff was tripping, man, for some reason. I don't know what. I be letting my daughter use my laptop, and she be doing some weird, dumb shit that's be popping up on my shit.
Hey everybody, my name is Sam, aka Sambucha,
yeah.
and I'm a YouTuber who makes variety
Sambucha.
content
Salute to
ranging from
Sambucha,
challenges
y'all.
to gaming.
Show him some
This
love.
ain't my business, but
Let's see, where was we at?
Then you got Baby and Wack. That don't kind of make sense too.
Here?
But you gotta understand, Baby looking at it like, you ain't signing Cash Money.
No.
You ain't.
Past that.
Nobody ain't pressed Wack
Here we
to bring, to open up his, that gun he caught in Texas or something, them gun. Why, that sentence here, why nobody ain't pressed him to show us that?
Good question.
That's what I'm saying. See, bro, a lot of people just be on this internet and they just having fun, but you ain't nobody telling Wack, open that up. We need to see what happened. Did you sit down with people? Did you give a statement? Why is it sealed?
Well, he Big Five, ain't it? I'm
I'm just like
Pyru.
Big Five. What you talking about?
Yeah, but
All right then.
he say he was what's up?
I got a question.
Talk to me. I got an answer.
What Birdman was fucking some of them boys' mama with him.
No.
We ain't finna
We ain't
get the
doing that,
fucking.
man. We ain't doing that, man. We
Nah.
ain't doing
No,
Hilarious.
he really wasn't. No.
D Twins, what up, sir?
Him and Wayne
Salute,
was
salute.
just like-
Michael Hawkins, salute.
Man, say it started.
So yeah, man, listen, man, let me put my
Wayne
bad.
and Birdman don't look alike.
Just don't you, baby. They think they seeing me. They
I just wanted to play that little part, man. I don't want to play because I don't want to disrespect them, they channel and just play their whole interview and all that, man. But I just want to first start out with that little part right there, right? I think he asked a great question, man. Why hasn't anybody pressed SWAC 100 for the paperwork? Is the audio okay, y'all? Because on my phone it's buffering and I'm not sure why. But anyway, wait a minute, what that say? Okay. But why hasn't anybody pressed him about that paperwork? That Wheeler, Texas case, because we know he lied. He said it was kicked out for a legal search and seizure. Then we find out that was a lie. We're going to get to that too. But yeah, we can put it to rest. Somebody reach out to their leader on the other side. Reach out to your leader and tell him we need to see the paperwork, the transcripts.
go ahead. You always got paperwork.
We need to see the paperwork and the transcripts from that Wheeler, Texas case that you said was in. What did he say was in? You'll hear it in this audio. Gosh, he said it was in another county, but it was really Wheeler, Texas, Shamrock. He said it was in Shamrock, Texas. He tried to throw him off the scent then later on admitted that it was in Wheeler, Texas. But the question is, why did that case get dismissed in the interest of justice? Good morning to the beautiful Stephanie, by the way. She ain't said nothing to me. I don't know what I must have did. I did something. I don't know. I did something. We gonna figure it out. But yeah, it got kicked out in the interest of justice. And you lied about why it got kicked out. So we need to know why that case got kicked out. Before anybody do business with this man and get this man any information, you need him to produce that paperwork. He lied. He lied just like he lied in that Main Street case and said that they raided him because he was living beyond his means. What? Wait, what? What? And we know that that's a lie. We know in the movie he was the truck driver. What's that truck driver's name? What's that truck driver's name? What's that truck driver's name? Alonzo Zoe Scott. Remember that. So this audio we're going to listen to, we're going back in time. You notice how we got to do it. We got to remind them. We got to set this up for him. So we trying to get answers since he's not trying to give us no answers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, expose the exposers. Salute to my man Smoked Out, man. They clipped his page, man. I'll let him tell y'all why. But they clipped his page. He has a new page. I'll put a link to his page in the description of this video, but I don't have it in front of me. It's Smoked Out TV, but thinking, he had to change it a little bit, probably. But I'll put it in the video. But yeah, they clipped him. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. But yeah, man. So the audio we're going to listen to is Wack 100, pressed by Conductor and Big Hog about, you guessed it, the paperwork that's been resurfacing. Heated conversation. But what I want y'all to pay attention to, pay close attention to, is what Hog is going to say to him. What you hear Hog say and ask him and listen to his responses. This audio is very telling. I didn't catch it before, but I know what I know now. It's a good thing to go back and listen to old content, but let's get to it.
We just had paperwork on Back 100 on who Back was. Then we just run who Back was.
Who was that?
Like, then we just run who Back was.
Who was Back?
Stop playing with me, bro. Then you just have two federal agents on your stage to clear your name. I'm done talking to you, bro. Go ahead and talk to your FBI agent friends and get all my information. I'm done talking to you. I don't talk to police officers.
Who is that?
You are.
I don't talk to police officers.
Hey, look, bro. Hey, look,
That's
is the hate that real?
shit he was in
Hey,
there
bro, is
listening
the
to
hate
Stan
that
the
real?
other day,
Hold
blood.
on, is the hate that
Stop
real?
coming off your mute button and starting yourself,
Hey.
Mr. 88.
Hey, is the hate that real?
I'm finna be
That y'all
like,
just give a nigga a name? Y'all just rename B, right?
Mm.
Does anything in there specify Cass Jones? I was a target. I was a nigga being investigated. See, the ones being investigated is not the one informant. He's the motherfucker being watched. So if you niggas is that slow, y'all make me look too good. Because anybody come for the streets know you can't change a nigga's name. Who he is who we
Well,
go.
I'm definitely mentally challenged because I'm thinking you the police, bro. I'm not even thinking it. I'm knowing it. So call me mentally challenged. Give me a helmet, a chair, a cup to drool in, whatever they do. That's what I am. Because I know what you are.
Be in the paperwork. Wack or Cass Jones? My name was CK Wack, 1989. Right? Gang file noted. I can't change that. It's gonna be there to the day I die, to the day after I die. You cannot give me a gang moniker that I've never had. That's weird. That's weird. And y'all making it too easy for me. How the fuck you just give me a name? This nigga just called me back.
Hey, my nigga, the people in the street say that your name is back, and they say that that's you on that paperwork. That's
You
for the
find me
conversation for you
one
to have.
nigga to say my name is back. Who the fuck is saying my name is back, homie? Let's get indicted. Hell no. How you gonna indict
So
something?
if,
They
so
get
if
to
you
know
didn't
when
get
they find
indicted,
out.
why would they feel the need to tell you who they CI is?
What do you mean?
You say you
Nobody
wasn't
never.
indicted on the charges, right? You
Yeah,
said they
never,
investigated you, you wasn't indicted. So if
never.
you wasn't indicted and you never got a motion of discovery, why did they tell you who they CI was?
Motion of discovery come in court, right? I
It
was
comes
never
after you
indicted,
indicted. Don't
so I
leave
would
the
never
indicted
get a
and
motion
charged
of
part out.
discovery. Now,
You
you know
only
the
get a
ones that
motion of
wasn't.
discovery if
Listen,
you are indicted and
hey,
charged, my
listen,
boy.
hey,
You don't
listen,
just
listen,
you don't go to court
hey,
and they give you
listen,
no motion of
hey,
discovery if you
listen.
don't have
Let
no
me
fucking
educate
charge.
you. Let me educate you on something. If you
Don't
go
do it.
to Google and put in Robert Ross, right? You're going to see something come up. It's going to say Channel 9, Channel 11, Channel 7 News. You're going to see it for like 3 months. Robert Ross's Stutterbox. This is not. See, you're not from Los Angeles, right? Niggas, this nigga was in court for
Anywhere
8
in
months.
America, you gotta be
Listen,
indicted to go to court. You
listen,
gotta
little
have a
dude, you're
charge.
not
You just
listening.
don't walk in the
Are you
courtroom and
going,
say,
hey,
"Hey,
bro,
I'm
are you
here."
going to tell me about me or you want me to tell you?
No, you
If
can't
you
tell me
go,
no bullshit. You cannot
I
have a
can't,
court date and walk in no courtroom and say, "Hey, I'm Cash Jones,"
hey,
if you ain't been charged.
hey,
If you
listen
ain't
to
been
me.
indicted.
Are you not hearing this?
Big Hog, let the
For
nigga talk.
9 months,
Let the nigga explain.
for 9 months, nigga, if you go to Google and put Robert Ross, Shaquille O'Neal in, you're gonna see 6 to 9 months of court dates with this man getting on the stand with every Crip blood and with a lot of Nation of Islam in there, because he's a Muslim, watching this nigga point the finger at 7 motherfucking Main Street Crips. This is not a secret. We
What
all
does
watch
that
this
have
nigga.
to do with you,
I'm
though?
finna tell you
That
what that
don't mean
have
they
to do.
gonna tell you
Let,
what's going on.
we looking at
Let him
what's going
finish, Big
on in
Hog. Let the
court,
nigga finish, then
nigga.
ask him. Go on and finish, Wack. Then ask him,
Listen,
Big. Let him
listen,
get.
listen. We're looking at what's going on out here. Anybody can go sit in that court until a victim or a witness says, I am uncomfortable with that individual right there being in here. It's open court to every talking about was public record and information before the paperwork even hit the system, my nigga, because everybody was going to court watching this nigga point the finger at 7, 8 of his homies claiming
So
Shaquille
everybody
O'Neal.
that was going to court watching them point the finger, they told them who the CI was. They just walked up to these people in the court and say, "Hey, y'all want to know who the CI is?"
Bro, the investigator got on the stand and told us who the CI was. What you mean, nigga? And handed the judge,
Share the room, y'all.
and handed the judge the file to show that here goes the CI
Like and share and subscribe to channel. Like, share, and subscribe to channel, y'all.
side up. Here go what we was paying him. Here goes all the shit he gave us. Do you not understand the reason why those 7 or 8 Crips walked that day is
Them 7
because
or
they
8
put
Crips was indicted, Wack. You ain't never
it.
been indicted on shit. How the fuck they making all these deals with you?
Who made a deal with me, bro? What the fuck you mean? The nigga put a wiretap on Wack. My name is all through the paperwork is Cash Jones as target number 1. Cash Jones. Target number 2, cell phone. Target number 3, Cash Jones is one of my plate numbers to my car. Target number 4, Cash Jones's wife's cell phone. Target number 5, Cash Jones's wife phone. Target number 6, Cash Jones's diesel. I'm in there as target, nigga. And I learned this sitting in that courtroom, watching this motherfucking trial go on against these main streets. Now you say, well, why would they tie Cash Jones, the main streets, and Shaquille O'Neal together? Well, if you go look at Ray J's first album, Sexy
And
Cat
according to
album,
you, you went
listen,
from Target to We
hold
Owe You a
on,
Favor.
you gonna let me talk or what? I'm educated. If you go look at the Sexy Cat album, you're gonna see the label Deja 34. Me, Ray J, Shaquille O'Neal, Mark Stevens, and Stutterbox was part of this deal. They eliminated Stutterbox because of personal reasons with Shaquille O'Neal and Stutterbox, and he was
Being
put
master,
outside.
what does any of
Hold
this
on,
have to do with back in the
I'm trying to
paperwork?
tell you, weirdo. So Cash Jones was implemented because of my direct relationship with motherfucking Shaquille O'Neal, who this dude Stutterbox is telling the feds paid these 7 Main Street Crips kidnap him, beat him, and take all his shit. So that's how they got me on the wiretaps, saying nothing. Now, Go ahead, my nigga. I'm gonna mute up.
And you say after they caught you on these wiretaps saying nothing, you and your lawyer went in there and they say they owe you favors, right?
No,
Now where the fuck in
after,
America do the
wait,
police, if
let
they
me
don't get you,
correct
they owe you favors?
Can I correct you? After they came in my home, raiding my home, off the basis that I was living beyond my means, got to my home office and realized that everything that they was holding against me as beyond my means was registered to corporations and this and that. So if everything is registered to corporation, cars and real estate and all this shit, you can't say Cass Jones' tax ID number is living beyond his means, can you? Yes or no? Oh,
Why didn't you bring that up when 6ix9ine brought it
hold
up to you
on,
in the
wait.
interview?
Yes or no? 6ix9ine had nothing to do with this. Yes or no?
When he brought it
This
up
was
to you in the
before.
interview, why didn't you
This
say
was
nothing like
before
this?
6ix9ine was even six. You talking about 08, well,
I'm
2009.
talking
Again, some
about
shit.
that DJ Academics
Oh,
interview when he first said Stutterbox name to you. That's not what you said. You didn't say Stutterbox, right?
what are you talking
Man,
about?
listen, I am trying to find that audio. Man, if somebody has that audio or knows what Tekashi 69 said about that, please send that to me on Instagram. I got my guy looking for it now, but I could not find it. But I'm damn dying to know what the hell Tekashi 69 said about the Stutterbox thing. Back then, I didn't even know that that nigga in this whole case even existed. So I'm dying to know what actually did Tekashi 69 say to Wack about Stutterbox in their interview. Let's go.
Oh, he called Stutterbox a rat. I didn't call Stutterbox
Can
a
we
rat.
get the
I left
shares
it
up
alone.
to 120? Can we
Answer
get the
my
shares up to
question.
120?
Whoever this dude is, right? Answer my question. If you raid a motherfucker's home and the basis for you going to get this search warrant is that this individual is living beyond his means, right? We have reason to believe this, because this confidential informant Stutterbox says he's doing this, and we think we can go in a home and find something. And you go in a home and hit the home office and realize every vehicle, every piece of real estate, everything you thought was tied to Cass Jones as a social security number directly is tied to a motherfucking tax ID number, which in turn now you can't put it on Cass Jones as paying for these
Man,
things.
I don't know who you think you talking to. Niggas get
Hold
raided
on,
every
bro.
day, B. And if the
Hold
police
on.
don't find
Answer
nothing, they
my
don't come back and
question.
say we owe you a motherfucking favor.
Answer my
Niggas get raided
question.
every motherfucking day, B. And if the police don't find nothing, they don't come back and say, hey man, we sorry we had your wrong name in the investigation. As a matter of fact, the motherfucker that told us his name is Blase Skippy and we owe you a favor. That ain't how the fucking world works.
Let me enlighten you on something. When I got to the federal building, me and my attorney, right? And we came out on that floor and we seen all the federal flag jackets. It was no mystery because at least 4 women and 2 other gentlemen that Stutterbox had invited to parties and private dinners was sitting in front of me with flag jackets, my nigga. So it wasn't no mystery. They know I ain't stupid. Ain't nothing about me slow, nigga. God damn, that's the feds do too. You
Wack,
oh
you did say the stutter was a rat, right?
yeah, like a motherfucker. Right? So if I get to the 64th floor, come out the elevator, and you see nothing but FBI flatback, this shit look like
Salute,
a movie.
Aziz.
And I'm like, damn, that's that bitch that nigga invited to the dinner. That's the bitch he brought the crustaceans. That's the nigga he introduced me to at his house on the pool area. That, god damn, this, oh, okay. I sit down. Well, as you know, I'm pretty sure you're not slow, Mr. Jones. We see you filed a harassment lawsuit against us for raiding your home. Yeah, definitely did. Well, listen, we're going to keep it real. We didn't know nothing about you. Individual by the name of Stutterbox put us on you. Oh yeah, yeah. Now I'm gonna be real. I know what they was trying to do. They wanted
Do you
Wack to
hear
go out there.
yourself? Do you hear
Yes,
yourself, Wack?
I
Do you
definitely
hear
hear
yourself?
myself.
You say the police walked up to you and say Stutterbox is a rat after raiding and having an investigation on
No,
you, nigga.
when we
And
was
you
in the
want somebody
federal
to
building,
believe that
listen, bro.
bullshit?
That's Baby
Hey,
B
bro,
Brazy.
hey, bro, listen to me.
Baby
Who the
B
snitch is, bro?
Brazy.
Hey, bullshit. Bullshit. Cause let me tell you what they did with the snitch. Let me tell you what they did with the snitch.
They'll tell you who the snitch
After they
is
figured
if
out,
you a
hold
snitch
on.
yourself and they don't
Hey,
want y'all
hold
to
on.
bump heads
After
and
they
talk
figured
bullshit.
out, hey, listen. After they figured out that dude sent them on a wild goose chase, let me see if you're gonna tell me what you think they did with the snitch.
But then you say he had paperwork on him.
According to
Hold
you,
on, bro.
they
Answer
did.
the
Hand him
question.
over to you. Fuck.
Answer the question. No.
I got a question,
No.
Wack.
What did they do with the snitch? Since you know everything,
Why didn't you bring
after
all
they,
this up when
what did they
Sutterbox
do
name was
with it?
first brought up?
My
According to
God.
you,
No, wait.
according
Hey,
to
bro,
you,
I'm talking to
according
one
to
person.
you, they gave him to you. According to you, the snitch.
No.
I just want to say, man, the guy, Big Hog, that y'all hear that's on Wack neck. Salute to my guy Z's, by the way. I would love to give him his credit too, right? Because he did his thing in his audio. Salute to that on that day. But if I played this audio of him recently in the room with Wack, it'll blow y'all away, man.
That they was using in the investigation,
No,
they
they
just
didn't
turned
to
him
me.
over to you and told you who the fuck he
Listen.
was.
Let me tell you what they did with the snitch. They turned around in the case they was holding over his head and sent the nigga to the federal prison, nigga, so he could do 4-5 years. That's what they did with the snitch.
The only thing
Did
that
you know
fucking
that?
confused me is
Hold
one
on.
time.
Did you
Once
know
you
that?
said, now what? One time you said that
Hold
the
on,
lawyer
bro.
called in
Wait.
the
Before I
favor.
get to you,
That's a
I was
fact.
talking to Mr. Know-It-All. Did you know that?
This shit sounds
I know what you talking is a bunch of
Yes
bullshit.
or no?
I know that.
Wait.
Check this out. Hey, Hog.
Yes
Check
or
this
no?
out.
Did you know that?
All right. I don't know, but they can have that conversation another time, bro. You
He
Say
said,
to make
I,
my name famous.
he said, I know what you talking about is a bunch of bullish. And didn't you say you called your lawyer to call in a favor? See, people ain't forgetting the shit you saying, bro. You look, we can put this to bed. Like you say you do. We can put this to bed. We need to see that paperwork on that Wheeler, Texas case. Man, what was that lady name who said, I'ma just keep my mouth shut? What was her name? Is Deuce Sam still in the building? Is Deuce still here? What was that lady? What was that lovely
3 reasons
lady's
Faye
name?
makes having a nutritionist easy. Number 1,
She
no
said,
need to
"I'ma
worry
just
about
keep
paying
my
a
mouth
fortune.
shut."
Faye works with over 700.
In the interest of justice. In the interest of justice. What was that lovely lady's name? Maybe I'll get it in the chat. But look, you said you was gonna call in a favor. Called your attorney. You said you wouldn't do it because that wouldn't be gangster. What would be more gangster is to call my attorney and call in a favor. In that Wheeler, Texas case where you got caught with guns and shit. Now you say you ain't never caught a case and had a crime mean or anybody that was arrested with you on the case. You said that before, and then we find out you got arrested with your brother. Then we're not even gonna go there. We're gonna go to the point I'm about to make now. You said that you wasn't CS2 back. Who was this back moniker? You just gonna put a moniker on me. See the circle of people that you up under? Yo, I think you have multiple handlers. But Greg Kading is definitely one of your handlers. And you probably a thorn in his side because you talk too damn much. You see, even Greg Kading's, even though he's trying to protect you in this audio, tells us that you are CS2 back. He tells us that without telling us that. At the end of the audio, he just made sure it was clear that the name back, they don't change the names. You know, they're not going to change a person's name to fit what gang or fraternity they're from. But we do know. Then he says, how can Mark Stevens, how can he put that together? How can he tie the two? When Mark Stevens is tying the two from the actual paperwork, the actual wiretaps and the transcripts, man. How you gonna ask that dumbass question? How is he putting 2 and 2 together when he has the entire equation in his face? He can read, Greg. He know what the paperwork is telling him. He know who he talked to on the phone. Oh, we about to go down this rabbit hole again. I think we have to keep doing this until people wake up. Understand, man, these dudes is here to pillage and to be a poison in our community, and they doing it on a regular basis, running plays in our face to distract us from what's really important and what's really going on. You are CS2 back, and you being exposed for being an informant, and you got smacked at the Novo, jumped first class off the front stage with Yeezy holding his hand. And you were hired to be Yeezy's protection. If you can't protect Yeezy, who can? Who can? Yeezy is worth millions and hundreds of millions of dollars. He should not have to jump off the front of a stage, okay? With security. He should have hired big homie CC. That's all I'm going to say. But look, so the next video we're going to play. All right, we're going to play. I know a lot of y'all done heard this one before. I know, right? That's not the point. The point is to listen. We got to go back and listen because there's so many gems and nuggets from Active Chucks and Damu Kiwe Conversations team and Scandalous Los Angeles videos that they put out there. We just missed the nuggets. There's so many beautiful nuggets in the audio. I want you to listen to this carefully. If you haven't listened to this, really listen to this. Run it back. Scandalous got this man. He put him in a corner. He thought he was talking to somebody that was dumb, got crossed up, and in an indirect way had to admit that back indeed in that paperwork is Wack. And Wack in that paperwork indeed is back. But he's still trying to tell us he's not an informant. Look how crazy they think we are. Let's go.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. Today, we're going to let you guys...
Oh, salute to Debbie from Wheeler, Texas, the county clerk. She was a gangster at the end of the day. Debbie was a gangster at the end of the day. And she would have went out and had a drink with Deuce Sims if she had the chance. She was a gangster. She said, I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
Hear what Greg Kading has to say about CS2 back. You're going to hear Greg attempt to shield his confidential source. This is about what
Let me go back.
Kading has to say.
Hey, Loss, if you don't like it, bro, you can beat it. You don't got to be here. If it's getting old to you, why are you here? Do you think the people that are in here, the 55 people that shows up on my thing right now, care what you got to say? Or that you tired of being here, or you don't want to keep hearing this? If you don't understand, just say that. That's why you should shut up, sit back and understand and learn something. This is bigger than you, bigger than me. These dudes are informants and been for years, setting people up. If you love law enforcement, just say that. If that's cool, I'm not going to tell you what to do. You ain't don't tell me what to do. You understand? See, I care about my people. I care about my community. 100%. Yup, I'd also make money off my videos. Yup. And what's your point? Instead of being in my comment section popping it about why you so tired, maybe you need to get in your community and do something, sir. If you was busy doing something for your community, for you, for the next generation, you wouldn't be so worried about what the hell I'm doing on my channel. You'll be busy doing your thing, bro. Don't come in my chat wasting my time and energy on what you are tired of. I don't give a about what you talking about, man. Are you crazy? Don't take my kindness for weakness, please, man. See, I'm not a social media dude like that. You know, I'm not going to sit here and chuck and jive with your ass. I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to act my age, bro.
About CS2 back. You're going to hear Greg attempt to shield his confidential source, but you're also going to hear him place Wack directly in the CS2 driver's seat. I'll interject a little throughout the interview, just to point out a few things. Other than that, I'm gonna just let it play. Tell me in the comment section what you think. Now, Greg, this isn't about you. This is about Wack.
No, I'm acting like this is what my focus point is at the minute. And you keep typing in my chat about dumb shit when you can just hit me in the back chat and we can have a real conversation. It's really getting on my nerves, little dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm focusing on what the subject matter is. If there's a whole bunch of informants in this game, I agree with you. They all need to be exposed. So what are you doing? Are you doing your part? Are you doing your job? What are you doing? See, you wasting your time in my chat when you could be out there exposing them too. So get to work.
I understand you have to do what you gotta do. But if he can bring you on Clubhouse to tell us all that stuff, I feel I should be able to ask some questions so the people can be informed. So again, this has nothing to do with you. This is about Wack.
Yeah, I get it. No, and again, I'm not trying to get in the middle of whatever bullshit is going on between Wack and whatever bullshit's going on with Starbucks. I don't give a fuck about that beef. Whatever it is, they'll figure it out. I'm just going to tell you investigatively, we would have listed Wack, Cash Jones, in our paperwork. He would have been like target 1, and his phone would have been target 1. And so when we were looking at him, we used particular language in our paperwork. So if we're writing the wiretap affidavit for his phone, we would say Cash Jones, also known as Wack. You were utilizing target number whatever, which would be his phone. I think it was some 661 phone number. And that's just the language. Nowhere within the paperwork related to the investigation of Cash Jones was he ever mentioned as a CS or an informant? Because he wasn't.
Listen to him lie.
Now, Greg, we're talking about the case Stutterbox had against Shaquille O'Neal and the 7 Main Street Crips. When Wack brought you on Clubhouse, he asked you what would he have been referred to as in the paperwork.
And then in your paperwork, I don't know. How was I referred to? Was I referred to Wack, Cash Jones? They have this Back name. I don't know who the fuck Back is. I don't know. I know I've never had that moniker, but I don't know. Maybe it was some coded shit. Or how did you recall referring to me through all the paperwork when you guys were like listening in on my wiretaps? So like saying, okay, this is Wack, this is Cash Jones on the wiretap. What was I referred to in your, because I've never looked over that paperwork, never had a need to. What was I referred to?
If Wack had nothing to do with Del Dog, Shaq, or any of the Main Street Crips, why would his name be being referred to in the paperwork at all?
So again, this is completely different investigation. We have to be real careful that we don't cross over these ideas, because when I said he would have been mentioned in the paperwork, if we're talking about Cash Jones's case, then we may have mentioned a CS, which would have been Stutterbox, saying these things about Cash that we investigated. There's that. Now, if Cash is asking me if his name was in the Main Street case, no, it wasn't. Now, if Cash is asking me if his name was in the Main Street case, no, it wasn't.
So we all know that Greg is not being truthful when he says that. We can clearly see Wack's government name, Cash Jones, all in this case. Hey, Christopher Loves Boys, this shows you why you can't believe everything the police say.
I'm sorry, let me let that rock.
Also shows you that the police are protecting Wack, as they would any other confidential informant that's in good standing with them, unlike Stutterbox. But I want you...
Real quick, let me just throw this in there. So we know that the police, it's a fact. Come on, people. We know the police lie all the time. Scandalous just caught this man in a blatant lie. Name all in the paperwork. So right there, he loses all credibility. Off the top. You can't listen to anything that this man says after that is everything is credible. That should make you question now everything that comes out of Greg Kading's mouth from this point forward. You should be questioning it. Just because he's an officer don't mean that he's above lying and being in deceit. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to protect. If Wack is actually an informant and been an informant for a long time, probably one of his favorite informants, the way he came to Clubhouse so fast, then you know he would do anything and everything to protect him. You blow that up, you blow a lot of other things up, going into the Biggie and the Tupac, all of that. Because all these players are tied together. All of them in the same circle. They all have something, they intertwine and has something to do with something through them events. Think about that.
You to hear what Greg says right after he said Wack was not in the Main Street case at all.
There was no mention of cash in the Main Street case. There was no mention of cash in the Main Street case other than when he's trying to get a hold of Mark Stevens and in order to tell him that Box has been compromised.
Yeah, and that's what the wiretap transcript said CS2 back, or Wack, was calling Del Dog to do. Not Del Dog, but Mark Stevens.
See what you just did, though?
Yeah, I said Del Dog.
You said CS2 Wack. It doesn't say that, does it?
Yes, it does.
Doesn't it say CS2 back?
Yes, it says CS2 back.
Okay, well, do you know what you just said?
What did I say?
CS2 Wack.
I meant CS2 back.
Because in your mind, and bear with me, no offense here, but I think you've already come to the conclusion that back is Wack, and that's why that's such an easy mistake to make.
Well, the reason I think Wack is CS2 back is because that's who Mark Stevens said he was talking to.
Well, nobody's disputing that. Nobody's disputing that Mark Stevens is saying that Wack is who he was talking to.
But he's saying that that's back. He is saying that back is Wack.
How does Mark Stevens put that together? Show me how Mark Stevens has anything to substantiate that back is Wack.
In the paperwork they put him as back, B-A-C-K. And I kept asking the lawyer, like, who the fuck is? I ain't talked to no back. And they said, nah, that's Wack. But they put him as back because he a blood, so it's back. And I said, oh, okay.
And was this back also referred as confidential source number 2?
Yes, sir.
So we can't. Come on, black people. Come on, all people. We can't do that math. Can we not do that math? He said Wack isn't back, but back is the person who talked to Mark Stevens trying to get in contact with Del Dog. You hear Mark Stevens say in the paperwork they put him as back. And I kept saying, who is back? And they said that's Wack. They put B for back because he's a blood. So Greg Kading's just been lying left and right because he said they wouldn't change a person's name to the letter to fit their gang preference. So he a blood, so they instead of putting Wack, they put back. But that's not why they really put back. I don't think that's the reason. They put it because they wanted to disguise him. Because he been working. They just told Mark Stevens that. They just told him that they changed it because he a blood. But they ain't changed it because of that. They changed it because he's been working and been working for a long time. Come on, we can't do this math?
No offense to Mark,
Stop playing with me.
He doesn't know any better. But when we're writing official police reports, we don't play the gang game. We don't change language or change spelling because we are, part of the gang culture. We're not going to put Wack. We're going to put back because he's a blood, not a Crip, and we don't. That's not how we operate. We don't. That's gang shit. We don't write as gangsters. We write as police officers and try to be as specific as possible.
Greg is saying they try to be as specific as possible, and that they don't do things like that. But we're all looking at a wiretap transcript where they did exactly that. They put a person named Back in the paperwork, and no one knows who Back is.
Asking celebrity businessman how to get out of debt.
Are you wasting thousands of dollars paying off debts you don't actually have to pay?
We don't change things in order to. So if Mark Stevens is thinking that, oh man, the cops just put this in there this way because he's a blood and not a Crip, it's not how it works.
I hear you, Greg. But even without them doing that, the conversation with Mark Stevens and Del Dog did actually take place. And Mark Stevens is saying the person who called him looking for Del Dog's phone number was Wack. Mark said he doesn't know anyone named Back. So why would they put some fake person that Mark has never ever talked to in the transcripts?
No, I get that. See, we are totally in agreement. The conversation is whack, obviously.
The conversation is obviously whack. Wack is back. That part of the transcript, which is the wiretap, Mark Stevens is talking to Wack. Wack in the paperwork is not Wack, it's back. They changed the W to a B. Come on, man. We can't do this math. Greg Kading is on the ropes. Scandalous Los Angeles is whooping his ass right now. Greg Kading should have just said, I admit it, bro. It's over. The cover is blown. Because it's coming.
The conversation is whack, obviously. But this explanation of Wack being back, there's nothing to substantiate that other than...
Now I'm gonna pause right here because I want to make sure you guys didn't miss what just happened. I told Greg that Mark Stevens said he doesn't know anyone named Back. So I asked Greg why would they put somebody in the paperwork that Mark Stevens doesn't know and has never ever spoken to in his life. I'm gonna play it again so you can hear how he evades my question. I hear you, Greg, but even without them doing that, the conversation with Mark Stevens and Del Dog did actually take place. And Mark Stevens is saying the person who called him looking for Del Dog's phone number was Wack. Mark said he doesn't know anyone named Back. So why would they put some fake person that Mark has never ever talked to in the transcripts?
No, I get that. See, we are totally in agreement. The conversation is whack, obviously. The conversation is whack, obviously. But this explanation of Wack being back, there's nothing to substantiate that other than a misunderstanding of how the police write reports or a misunderstanding.
So do you see what I'm saying when I said in the beginning? That's what he's arguing semantics at this point. He's saying Wack is back, Back is Wack, but Mark Stevens, how can you substantiate that back in the paperwork is what? Wait, what? Like, man, I know, y'all. Come on, people. Come on, people. Dude, this is over. Like, for real. Like, Scandalous Los Angeles cracked this shit when he did this audio right here a long time ago. This should be all over the Shade Room. This should be everywhere. Everywhere. Like Greg Kading he's so tired of having to save the day, save Wack 100 from running his mouth, that in this conversation I could tell he just outmatched. Cause you clearly you telling us Back is Wack, but I can't. He's saying everything, but that's that. He's like, I can't say it. You're not gonna get me on the record to say that that's him, but I'm gonna just let you know that's him.
Understanding of a lawyer, because I'm telling you, and I don't know how much more I can emphasize this. Cash Jones was not an informant on the Main Street case.
I'm with you on that. But you're agreeing that in the transcripts we have, it's Wack that Mark and Del are talking about in the conversation they're having, right?
Yes. And I think Wack admits that. And I think Wack admits that. But this whole thing with Back.
If Wack admits that, then Back is on the wiretap. What are we talking? like, god damn, this is wild, man. I'm telling you, man. A Scandalous, he did his mother effing thing with this, man.
It would have just been CS2, typically just left alone, CS2, because the investigators all know who CS2 is.
But in a wiretap, aren't they supposed to type exactly what they hear the person say?
But that's not what you're reading. You're not reading. Pardon me, I'm getting. So the conversation.
Look how flustered he sounds. Scandalous whooping his ass. Whooping his ass.
there. You can see the conversation, right?
Right. And they're using his name as they're talking. The boy back wants your phone number. The person who transcribed the wiretap is typing that Mark is saying back. But Mark is saying that he was not saying back. He was saying Wack. And you already agreed that these guys are talking about Wack right here, but it's just using the name back until the last paragraph. In the last paragraph, Mark Stevens actually says the Wack boy.
Okay, so he's talking about Wack. There is no back. There is no back. That's all I can say.
So there you have it.
Bingo.
Greg Kading says Del Dog and Mark Stevens are talking about Wack in the wiretap transcripts, and at the same time he is saying Wack isn't back. He said there is no back. When I asked him why would they put the name of some fake person in the paperwork, who Mark Stevens didn't know, he didn't answer me. Hey, somebody hit Compton Rick Rock up and tell him that he should remix that Ain't No Bumpton joint. Tell him to name the remix Ain't No Back. Because Greg Kading said there's no back. If Greg is saying there is no back, but the conversation being had in the wiretap is about Wack, then this shouldn't read CS2 back. It should actually say CS2 Wack.
Bingo. Shout out to Scandalous Los Angeles TV. The GOAT. This nigga needs an Oscar. A medal. For exposing these rats, man. He put that pig on the ropes, bro. Greg got flustered at the end. Greg was about to call him all type of sons of bitches and N-words. He was on his ass. And that's a Fendi fact. Yeah, man. When Scandalous, when you make it, bro, when you make it to the Tiznot, just remember, bro.
Having an e-commerce
I supported you, bro.
and a brick
No
and mortar
matter
store,
what. You know what I'm talking
keeping
about?
track of inventory
Just remember me,
was
man.
a
Because you on your way. So I'm about to do a detour. And the reason why I'm going to do a detour is that's just how we do here at Stand on the Media, man. I try to get a little scripted with it. I try, you know what I'm saying? It's just not my steezy, you know what I mean? It's just not. But listen. So you just heard that conversation between Greg Kading and Scandalous Los Angeles. Oh, salute. Go show that brother some love. Run his numbers up. Go like his videos. Look, just go over there, man. Share his. Just as much time as you can invest into it, man. Just grab every one of his videos, like, comment, share. Like, comment, share. Like, let's just really get him into the algorithm because he deserves it. He puts in a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't even do half the work this man do in the research, in the detail of his videos, and to get this shit to you. Go show Scandalous Los Angeles some love. Go like, comment, and share as many videos as humanly possible on all platforms. Please do that for me. But we heard that interaction with them too. And you just clearly heard Greg say CS2 Back doesn't exist. It's really CS2 Wack. It's Wack 100, right? That's really who it is. And he even says, Wack even admits that, right? Wack even admits that. But at first he didn't. Remember, he didn't. I don't know no Back. Okay, you don't know no Back, but you do know that name in that paperwork is you. So why you ain't never said that? You say you ain't had nothing to do with it. You had nothing to do with that case except you saved 7 Main Streets by calling in a favor at first. Remember? Yeah, that's what he said. He called in a favor. The feds owed him a favor and he called it in. He gang though. He gang. That's what he say. But anyway, so we're going to play Mark Stevens' interview on Most Scandalous Los Angeles TV. He has 2 YouTubes, Scandalous Los Angeles and Most Scandalous Los Angeles. Please, if you can, man. I ain't saying you got to do it right now, but just, just whoever, man. Just take some time out your day, like, comment, and share both of his YouTubes. We need him in the in the algorithm ASAP with all these videos. So we about to listen to Mark Stevens speak to Deuce Sims about Wack 100 being an informant, CS2 Back. Mark Stevens is the person that's on that Greg Kading is talking about. How can he put those two together? But he's the one that Wack talked to try to get in contact with Del Dog. Rest in peace, right? To give him the information because he got caught on wiretap for conspiracy to commit murder. That's what he was on wiretap for. That's what the wiretap is about. That he's trying to act like he didn't have no part of, but he is CS2 back. But he ain't CS2 back. Let's get to it.
So where we was at, okay. So at some point you get a phone call from Wack 100, Cash Jones. And when he contact you,
real quick, I don't think that's why they changed it. Maybe Mark Lawyer just assumed that that was why they changed it to back. Bottom line is Wack is who the wiretap is talking about. They call him CS. Yeah, man, I hear that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? That's really where I'm at with it too. It really don't matter why they did that. But I am curious to know what was the exact thinking of putting it as back. I am curious to know that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that don't even matter. The what matters is the back is Wack and Wack is back. That's what matters. So I'm with you there, bro.
what did he contact you concerning?
He wanted to reach out to Del Dog, rest in peace. And he wanted to give Del Dog some information that he had gotten from Stutterbox, right? It's like he was getting information from Stutterbox on what his plan was and what the get down was gonna be. And he wanted to talk to the homie and talk to him. And Dog wasn't getting on the line with him. And he kept blowing me up because he wanted me to get him on the line.
Smart man. Rest in peace to Del Dog, man. So he's talking about the phones is being compromised. Is that one of the things that he told you?
Well, the homie Del Dog never trusted dude. You follow me?
Right.
So Dog didn't know was the lines compromised or was they wired up for sound or not. He just wasn't gonna chance it. You follow me?
Right.
But it was later on. It was later on after they took the case to they was taking it all away because the homie ain't had no choice. You know, he was facing a life sentence, so he had to take it all away. And with all the lawyers that was involved, they was able to get the discovery, and that's when we found out that the lines was compromised.
Did you know that Amazon has a $50 million fund that they have to pay out every month? And here's how you can get
And as soon when you get the discovery, was part of that the actual wiretaps that
the whole transcript. I got the whole transcripts. The whole transcripts of the whole wiretaps.
And
salute, Muddy. What up, my bro?
You see your conversation with
Sherm, kick that dude out the
you see your
chat.
conversation with Cash Jones in them transcripts.
That was the initiating. That was the initiating when they started recording.
Right. Right. And how did they refer to Cash Jones?
In the paperwork they put him as Back, B-A-C-K. And
correct.
I kept asking the lawyer, like, who the fuck is, I ain't talked to no Back. And they said, nah, that's Wack. But they put him as Back because he a blood. So it's Back. And I said, oh, okay.
And was this Back also referred as confidential source number 2?
Yes, sir.
Correct. Well, man, I'm glad that the truth was able to come out. And it's sad.
But bigger than that, homie, right? You know, I watched dude, man. He said some things about the big homie Shaq, you know, that wasn't true. He said some things like he been trying to destroy the big homie Big U name, And I'm seeing and watching this, and I called the big homie you. We was talking. I said, yo, when you get into Atlanta, man, come see me. Because I had what I had for years. And when I gave it to the homie, I said, man, you read it. Because it was a big-ass textbook of shit. And the homie just sided with what was right. He said, I can't fuck with dude no more. And that was the end of that.
Until Wack started attacking, and that's when Wack started attacking him with false allegations and all of this online weird shit, right?
Correct, because because the homie Big U asked me why I didn't fuck with the nigga, and I said, when you pull up, I'm gonna show you. I want you to read it. And when he read it, he was like, oh, okay, I see why you don't fuck with the nigga. I can't fuck with the nigga. And that was it.
Wait, how long was it from when you first got it that you met you in Atlanta to show him the work?
I got the paperwork from the attorneys probably in, I want to say 12 or 13, because it was a series of, remember the incident happened in 07, 06, 07, but Box had went to prison. He called a drug case, so he went to prison, and they waited to almost the last month of the statute of limitations to go get the homies from Main Street. Right. So it had been about a 5-year period from the time that had happened to the time that they came and got the big homies. And then once
how did you feel about you waiting that long now?
Well, he chastised me, and I never, one of the things, bro, and it's like it's the slippery slope, as people say, right? Like on one end, Wack, the nigga, he wasn't doing no harm, right? He was just trying to move around and be the tough guy. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is, okay, that's what you want to do, cool. But then it went from that to, I heard what he was saying about the big homie Shaq, and then I heard what he said about Big U, and that's when I picked up the phone. I said, hey, you, man, I want you to read something, man. And then once you read it, once you know, you know. That's Quran. That's the Holy Quran. Once you know, you're accountable for what you know. And when he read it, he said, okay, I see why you don't fuck with dude. I can't fuck with dude. And that was it. Let me tell you something, man. I probably haven't seen nor talked to Wack in years, and I wish everybody success and happiness, but not on the basis of lies.
Right.
And
not on the and really indicative of your character, Mark, because you have a whole campaign publicly of a brother that's heavy in our community positively, helping get these kids graduated from school and into football and all of these other positive things, and he smutting his name through the mud just because he decided not to deal with them.
And brother, well put. Look, I call the homie Big U all the time. I call him the naked truth. And he always be like, why you call me the naked truth? I said, because Wack is the well-dressed lie. It's an old parable about truth and lie when swimming. And, lie jumped out the water and put on truth clothes. So you had a well-dressed lie, but then truth got out the water and it was naked. So you got the naked truth that's trying to run down a well-dressed lie. Feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Well put.
So, I mean, it is.
I'm not going to lie, man. I used to wonder, like, damn, man, what if Mark Stevens had said something sooner? You know what I'm saying? Before this monster was created, right? But I think I kind of understand. You know what I mean? At first, he wasn't doing no harm. You know what I'm saying? He was just, like he said, being a tough guy. But he didn't know, like none of us knew. some of the things he was really doing behind the scenes. Y'all see him out here talking about an alleged open case nobody even knows about, trying to get Big U indicted. He supposed to be a gangster, right? And even if he wasn't, he a man. If you had a problem with that man, why don't you go see that man? Go to that man. That man is where he at all the time. He don't have no problem giving you what you want. Phone booth. 3 minutes. What you need. Yeah. He will oblige you. 100%. So why not do that? Instead, you want to get him arrested. So this right here is dude M.O. He want to put you behind bars. But prance around here as if he the most gangstest dude you ever seen on the face of earth. Now, big homie CC say, soon as they found out what he was really doing, something about a sex trafficking ring, that's when they started to go at him. To put dirt on him, to question his credibility. To prevent him from what he doing. Because he say low-key that they may be involved, allegedly. And remember on Clubhouse, allegedly, he had a whole kitty coat over there. See, them dots are starting to dot and add up. Things is starting to look a lot different out here in this landscape for me, if I'm being honest with you. This dude here is something else. He's something else. But then I say, Mark Stevens didn't see all that. How could you? He didn't know all this was gonna be this and that. So he said, man, and he probably, had some love for the dude. They did probably do some business together or whatnot. So he didn't want to, just tell on the dude. I just wonder how things would be different. Because the shit that he doing right now, like openly, with Brick Baby, even with Brick Baby, the way that they went to great lengths to dig and prowl into his information, right? Now he has questions. I heard that on Damu Kiwe Conversations last night, but here's the thing, though. Here's the secret, y'all. The ones who know. I've been saying that for a while now. Something don't look right over there with that. I've been saying it, but sometimes you gotta let things play out.
Here's what it is with the homies.
Well, yeah, man. Well, I know you a businessman and you stay on positive shit, man. I'm sorry that we had to even delve into these negative accusations that got a lot of people, good people, name caught up in it. But we needed to get the truth where truth appears, falsehood disappears, man. And I wanted to hear that for myself, man.
Man, hey, man, I appreciate you, man. And, God bless. But like I said, man, it's a lot of things is just a well-dressed lie.
I love
That's
that.
all I can say.
The naked
Right.
truth, chasing down a well-dressed
and
lie.
that's what Cass Jones is. He is the well-dressed lie.
That part.
Yeah, and Big U is the naked truth. It is what it is. He always stood on the side of truth. He ain't never wavered from that. From the time I gave him that paperwork, I watched him take assault after assault because he just did the right thing.
Facts. Salute to Mark Stevens for that. Deuce Sims, Yayo Damu Kiwe Conversations, Most Scandalous Los Angeles for that clip. Man, salute to them. Like I said, man, Most Scandalous Los Angeles out here doing the good work, man. The Lord's work, man. That's a fact. So we're going to something else here, right? Y'all rocking with me, man. I appreciate the people who've been rocking with me so far. Thank you for pulling up to this live, man.
High quality product videos in a matter of
we going through this stuff with a fine tooth comb. We got to redirect the focus where it should have been at, where it was deterred from, with these smoke and mirrors thrown out here, to to try to prevent us from focusing on what matters. And what matters is the people being informed of what's really going on around you and surrounding you on social media, across in hip hop. Salute to 50 Cent, by the way. Remember I told you he put out a post the other day with the scene from Training Day. Where Alonzo was like, man, they can't kill me. Shoot me, but you can't kill me. And he put on there, get the message. I heard the old DJ Quick commented up under that post and said, of course, Reggie right. Ooh. Reggie didn't like that. No. Reggie, he didn't like that. Yeah. See what I'm saying? I told y'all the other day that was exactly what that message was about. See 50 know. 50 know really what happened. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre and him is good buddies. You know, Snoop Dogg and Fifth, they good buddies. And they're 50 smart. He ain't dumb. Yeah, get the message. I noticed Reggie didn't say nothing about that, though. He said everything else, but he didn't say nothing about that, though. He said nothing about 50 pointing that out. Maybe he didn't want to shed no more light than DJ Quick already had. So look, man, the next content I got, man, is Spider-Loc drops the paperwork on Wack 100 Texas case. It says Wack responds. Oh, well, maybe we got Wack's response on here. I don't know. I didn't listen to it. But so this is the Texas case paperwork when he dropped it. Now remember all the things we had already heard so far that had happened with that stop in Wheeler, Texas. All the stuff you remember, he done said over the years. Just let me know if anything sound different to you. Because we got questions, right? He ain't showed us the paperwork, so we trying to figure it out. You know, we just trying to figure shit out. Let's go.
Paperwork on Wack 100. What up, YouTube? This is Kading Radio back at you with another video. I want to give a big salute to all of my supporters and anyone watching this video right now. And if you're new here, please like, comment, subscribe, and
real quick, salute to the Bay Area Sideshow Podcast, Gambla. Salute to you too, King. We out here working, man. We out here working. Salute to everybody in the chat. See you, Stephanie. Salute to you. Salute to Kading Radio for the content. How dare I with my disrespect? My apologies. Salute to Kading Radio for the content. Great channel. Brings the heat every time. But we're going to use this content today to make our point. Salute to YouTube on that. Let's get it.
Join the Kading gang, why don't you? Let's get to the content. We all know about the ongoing drama between Spider-Loc and Wack 100, man, and it seems like it's heating up because Spider-Loc has dropped some paperwork on Wack 100 where he and his brother were pulled over out in Texas with a trunk full of guns, and Spider-Loc is asking, why did this case disappear, and is questioning Wack 100 and why he questioned the validity of 21 Savage's case when he's got a case that disappeared out of thin air, something he wasn't convicted of, I suppose, something he didn't get charged with, I suppose. I will let Spider-Loc read the paperwork. It's gonna get interesting. We also have Wack 100 talking to Posted, explaining details of that case. I'm gonna let y'all get to it, man. Shout out to Posted, shout out to Wack 100, shout out to Spider-Loc. This is Kading Radio. Let's go.
All right, check this out, cuz. Wacko No 100, right? He claimed he ain't never, ever had a crime partner, right? He also claimed he never been convicted of a felony as an adult. So there he was just getting on 21 Savage's head about a case, a gun case disappearing. So here we got Wack, who never, ever had a crime partner, right? And he also never been convicted of a felony as an adult. Here he is with a felony charge in 05. He was definitely an adult. He had a crime partner. So we wonder, you know, what happened to the case, right? Let me just give y'all a little of the top. Y'all see what it say. Cash McElroy Jones. Date of birth 4177, offense date 4/16/05. In the name and by authority of the state of Texas, the grand jury for the county of Wheeler, state of Texas, duly selected in panel, sworn, charged, and organized as such at the November team, Cash McElroy, Wack Ho Hunted Jones. Hereinafter style defendant. That means for the rest of this time, when they talk about the defendant, they talk about Ho Hunted McElroy Jones. On or about the 16th day of April 2005, and before the presentment of this indictment in the county and state aforesaid, did then and there having been convicted of the felony offense of assault with a firearm on the 12th day of May 1994. Let's do a little math. I guess
Bay Area. Thank you, bro. Salute. I appreciate it.
Let's see, 1977 and 94, so what's that, 17 years? So 12th day of May, let's see, 12th day of May in 1994, right? Bam. So he was born in April of 77. So yeah, that'd be 17 years old. He always try to holler at 16. So it must not have been too crucial if they didn't charge him as an adult, because that was the practice back then. Wow. So he always say he went to prison as a minor, so he went to prison PC'd up. You just learn so much when you run your mouth so much, hold on, honey. But okay.
That's a fact.
So with a firearm on the 12th day of May, 1994, in case number 190014 in Superior Court of Los Angeles County, California, and a case on the docket of said court and entitled The State of California versus Jones Cash McElroy, intentionally or knowingly possesses a firearm before the 5th anniversary of the defendant's release from supervision under parole following conviction said felony against the peace and dignity of the state. So you hear what they say, Texas. He has this charge from back in the day, and here he is, McElroy, in the aforementioned state of Texas, is now intentionally or knowingly possessing a firearm while he's on supervision and under parole following a conviction of the felony that he already was convicted for. All right, he never had a crime partner, right? These are gun charges. He possessed a firearm. They disappeared. Let's see who else was charged on the same day with the same charges at the same time, since he never had a crime partner. What's going on here? How did these gun charges disappear? Okay, it was 2005. This is what happened, y'all. All these charges surprisingly disappeared once he decided to agree to cooperate on the wiretap with the main streets. Pay attention, don't sleep, don't slip. On Crib, let's notice at the top of the page, it's the same information. The only thing different is the name and the birthday. Robert Lee Jones, February 2nd, 1970. Offense date 4/16/05. Now they talk about his past record and it talks about possession of cocaine base. But let's get here to the bottom. It's the same thing it said about his brother. In a case on the docket said the court of Robert Lee Jones intentionally or knowingly possesses a firearm after the 5th anniversary of the defendant's release from supervision under parole following conviction of said felony at a location other than the premises that the defendant lived, to wit, a motor vehicle on I-40, Wheeler County, Texas. So, Wacko No Hunted,
Wheeler,
Cash
Texas.
Elroy Jones, and his brother Robert Lee Jones were caught in Texas with 2 guns. Wacko No Hunted was an adult. He has already told us and sworn that he has never been convicted of a felony as an adult. These cases have never been adjudicated. How did they do?
I thought it was more guns than 2, but so 2 guns and a whole bunch of ammunition. Just remember the ammunition. We're going to listen to what, after this video, we're going to listen to him tell the Wheeler, Texas case, and we're going to see if it's anything different than what's on the paperwork.
Disappeared while you sweating 21 Savage about his case disappearing. How did your case disappear, Ho No Honey? And we thought you never had a co-defendant.
Okay, it seems to me that Spider Loke is saying, and what the paperwork says is that Wack 100 was actually on probation or parole at the time of the stoppage, and when they found the guns in the car, he's saying, how did that case disappear? But Wack 100 is saying, hey, that was an illegal search and seizure. So right here is Wack 100's rebuttal explaining to Posted details of that case. He says they brought a police dog out. The cop asked him, can he search the car, the whole 9 yards, and he says that was probable cause for him to end up getting a dismissal in that case, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. Let's get to it.
No, nigga, okay, I'm gonna remind you of the story. They pulled me over. The nigga asked for license, registration, insurance. I give it to him. He run it. I'm gonna jar your memory now. See, a lot of people don't know when they take your license and all that, that's a form of you being taken into custody, whether you handcuffed or not. When they write you a ticket or they give you a warning and they give you back your credentials, they have just released you from custody. So I gave it to him. He ran it. Nothing comes back. He brings me back my credentials and tells me I'm going to give you a warning citation. Cool. Once he gave me all that, I was just released from custody. I'm going to jar your memory. The nigga took 3 steps away from the driver door, doubled back, tapped on the window, and asked me, can I search your vehicle? You don't remember I told you when I told him no, he couldn't? He drew down, he was shaking like Don Knotts. See, at this point, this is where I really fucked him up at. And the only thing saved me was Texas. If I'd have been in Cali, I'd have had to end up taking a deal because it's my word against his. But
my question, though, to that is, if he took your ID, checked you out, came back, handed it to you, told you he was going to give you a warning, walked away, what made him turn back around and ask you, can he? You see how he just threw that detail out there but didn't give no explanation, but everything else he explains in intricate detail. Explain to us, why did he give you back your information, tell you he's going to give you a warning, walk off, take 2 steps and get to the back of the car, then turn right around? Did he see something in the car? What made him just turn around and want to then search your car? That makes no sense, y'all. Just listening back to that shit doesn't even make sense. Even if you didn't know anything, that right there alone would make you say, huh? Why would he do that?
Texas, everything is audio and video on that police car. Everything. Right? So when he asked me to search my vehicle, I told him nah. He drew down, he pulled us out. Now it goes to, what did I do for you to take me back into custody? I hadn't pulled off. I hadn't started the car. You didn't hear a motherfucker kicking in the trunk. You didn't look in the back seat and see a gun, a bag of money, anything that resembled drugs, anything that may be against the law. What was your reason for taking him back into custody? Once you ran him and cleared him and everything, you gave him his warning citation. Unless you got a call on your radio that said, error, he's wanted, or error, warrant, or error, detained or hold in custody, you have no
they
right
listed
to
out why they kept you, and then the court said that it was legit. They said the window wouldn't roll down. It was some fishy. They said the window
no, bro. Listen, listen. That was all caps. Let me tell you, remember, it's a rental car, right, bro. It's a brand new rental car. They ain't no window on that road.
Whether if it's cap or not, that's what they saying in the paperwork. You can say it was cap all day long, but that's the details that are in the paperwork.
Right. So this is where they fucked up at. My brother is asleep the whole time.
Yeah.
Through the whole process, he over there asleep, right? So when they pull us out.
So real quick, him saying that part right there alone should tell y'all, whenever y'all done heard audio of them playing, talking about this particular situation, about the paperwork and how this all went down. When you hear Deuce Sims and them talk about it, and they say that, remember, they just went over this for a long length of time in one of their lives recently, and they talk about what was in the paperwork, and they say that the brother was over there asleep and Wack was nervous looking down and some shit like that, shaking in his boots. That tells you off. But what he just said just now, that what they were saying is 100% correct, meaning that paperwork that they are reading is legit paperwork, because he just confirmed it. The brother was over there sleeping. That's what I remember. That's what I remember hearing when Deuce Sims and them broke down this story. And if that's the case, then you're lying on about the dismissal of this case, bro. You're lying. Let's clear it up once and for all. Is all I'm saying. We need to see the paperwork, the transcripts, the audio from the stop, because you can go get that video and audio. Let's get to the bottom of this case.
They called a drug dog. Now, for those of y'all don't know, they got a certain time limit they got to have you on the side of the road for that dog get there. So the drug dog gets there, right? Drug dog get there. This is on camera. The drug dog runs around the car 3-4 times. They tap the trunk and tap the doors and shit, try to get the dog to hit. The dog just sitting down looking at them. No hit for the dog. They put the dog back in the car. He say, fuck it, I'm searching anyway. He says this. He goes in the front part of the car. He don't find nothing. Then he goes to the trunk. Now, post it. Even you know, nigga, how do you get the trunk is a whole nother situation. You ain't just going in no nigga's trunk.
Right.
Now, without consent of probable cause. If he would have found something like in the cab of the car, then he probably could have used that, and I would have had to fight what he found in the cab of the car, because you wasn't supposed to be searching that to even use that to get to the trunk. He don't find nothing. He popped the trunk. Bin Laden in this motherfucker. 800 rounds, everything in this motherfucker. 2-3 sticks, gauges, handguns, all that. Right? Yeah. So now they fucked. I wish I could find a receipt, because the rental car people hit me for another $5,500, $6,000. You know why? They went and tore the car apart. They took all the door shit off, deflated the tires. Why you think they doing this, folks?
You didn't start your business to do taxes. Good thing we did. Save time and money when you file with Block Advisors by H&R Block. In fact,
they looking for probable cause. Something in the car that claims.
Yeah, they looking for probable cause.
The dog may have sense to smell this. So they don't find that. If I get another bill, they got to reassemble the vehicle, whatever. They call Beaumont, Texas. I got a federal hold the first 3 days. Beaumont come up. We hear them. If they never transfer us upstairs, they kept me and my brother in the room downstairs thinking we bozos. The fans told them, did y'all run these two dudes' names?
Never be dismissed. That's a fact.
Ex-cons. Y'all got them in the room thinking they gonna have a conversation. We on mute in this motherfucker. Ain't no talking, ain't no nothing in this motherfucker. Because we know they recording everything in the room. Beaumont, Texas come up, they said, fans come up and say, it's our type of weaponry, our type of shit, but the way you got them, it ain't our type of arrest. We don't want it. Drop the Fed hold. We ain't got nothing to do with it. When they drop the Fed hold, that's when I got the bill. These bozos is looking. They said, well, get a younger one to bail first and delay the bail on the older one. It's a Friday or something. And hopefully his bond will be held over to Monday. And, we can put something together. They gave the nigga with the money to bail. For my brother, the nigga without the money, he the nigga depending on me. I bond out. And when I get to my property,
Man, what is that video? Which one of them? Salute the Dose of Reality TV in the building, man. Salute. Go check his channel out too. Man, they doing great work on that channel, man. That's Yael. I don't know who the other person is, but I think that's Yael too. But salute to them, man. Great channel, man. Great work that they do, man. Go show them some support. What was that video done on Active Checks where they get the paperwork and they actually read what's in the paperwork? I need that video. I want to play that after this. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going to play another video of him explaining it from A to Z, but he pretty much covered all the talking points. I think that's on the other video, but I want to play what the actual paperwork says, because We know he's lying. The dog went around that car, no hit. That's not what the paperwork said. There wasn't no weed smell, no nothing. That's not what the paperwork said. Why is he saying the opposite of what the paperwork is saying? So if that was anybody else, think about it. If that was anybody else, let's say like 21 Savage, right? Let's say Wack was accusing him of this, that, and he has the paperwork and he's reading the paperwork. It says 21 Savage, blah, 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 blah. And 21 Savage was like, nah, man, the opposite. That it didn't happen. Do you think Wack would drill that is, oh, well, you know, we going to discard what the paperwork saying. We're going to go with 21 Savage, what he says. No, not at all. Cut it out. What the paperwork says, they had plenty of probable cause, especially when they searched that car, found them 2 guns and all that ammunition in that car. And ain't nobody across this beautiful land just gonna kick out a gun charge and you on probation or parole or whatever the hell you was on at the time in Wheeler, Texas. Damn, he think we dumb, y'all.
I really got to pay his whole bill, like 30,000-40,000 off one of my AMXs, and we got on.
I'm gonna leave it right here, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video, man. Wack 100 is pretty much saying that when the cop decided to search the vehicle, remember, he said they brought out dogs. The dogs didn't hit, right? He said the cop said, forget it. He's gonna search anyway. Wack is saying pretty much in this audio, in his response to Spider Loc, he's pretty much saying that at that moment when they decided to search his vehicle, that is an illegal search and seizure because they did not have consent or probable cause to search him. And that's why Wack 100 is saying the case got dismissed, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Do y'all believe Wack 100? Is he telling the truth about this case? Because the paperwork that he presented is a dismissal, but Spider Loc got questions. How did this disappear? Why did it disappear? Hey, you might have cooperated to get that to disappear. Spider Loc is saying Wack 100 cooperated to get the case to disappear. Wack 100 is saying it was an illegal search and seizure. That's why the case disappeared. This paperwork drop on Wack 100 has been a long time coming, man. People have been saying that Wack 100 got some paperwork on him. We got paperwork on Wack. Wack 100 is a rat, the whole 9 yards. You know, people call him Rat 100, the whole 9 yards. And it's been a long time coming, and eventually the paperwork did produce, but does it hold water? That's the question I got for you guys, my audience, who supports, who chimes in. I want y'all to get in the comment section, man, and let me know, is this sufficient enough to be able to call Wack 100 Rat 100 the way y'all consider him in the comment section and in other parts of YouTube and on Clubhouse, right? Or is Wack 100 standing tall on this one by saying, hey, man, this is a dismissal. I beat that charge fair and square. I had great attorneys. We had a great plan. We beat them fair and square. How do y'all feel about this, man? Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. As long as they keep it on Wax, as long as him and Spider Loc keep it on YouTube, as long as him and Spider Loc keep it on Clubhouse, I'm all for the shenanigans, man. Anyway, that's been my show. This is Getty Radio. I appreciate you being here. Please like, comment, subscribe. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.
Man, salute to Getty Radio for the content. Salute to him, man. He do really good work over there, man. Salute to him for the content, man. I think I don't know which one of these Active Chuck videos it is, man, but we about to listen to this one where they actually break down that Wheeler, Texas case paperwork, the actual paperwork.
He himself, a lower level BB gun bandit, a 3-finger
bam! I think I found it right off the bat.
The federal
man, free 4 extras.
FBI jackets that he was in a conference room with.
Let me go back.
So they turned off the thing. They like, well, you know, our confidential informant said you moving drugs for Suge Knight. I said, moving drugs for Suge Knight. Now, me personally, I've never heard Suge involved in the cocaine, the drug dealing, none of that shit.
This ain't the one. This ain't it right here.
The nigga that's the uncle the nigga that's the uncle to the one that killed Pac. Nigga, he was a rat the whole time. Tell us.
For the fact to come out that he was arrested, be public because he was working that off. I don't know. Maybe he was working before that Texas gun case. But anyway, back to the civil suit. He complains about and says it's defamatory that we call him CS2 back, right?
No, I need to.
They names when he
Texas
retired,
Wheeler
they threw him
case.
under the bus.
Where's that at, man?
We at right now. We at 1 hour and it's still 2 hours and 24 minutes. So we gonna have to break that shit down. House and can't prove that he lives.
I can't find it, man. Where they break down that Wheeler Texas case, man.
Kimberly Jones, and they got him. His lawyer took his ass up there, nigga. Took him up to the F.
We go back some more.
I call Wack. My Rolls Royce gets shot up. My girl.
Man, I don't know. This might not be the video right here, man.
Like, is that right? We'll put him on the table. We walking out of here, right? So first situation.
This might not be the one. This might not
be the one.
That can start them to look in on you. Man, shut the fuck up. Shut your goofy ass up. That can start them to look in on you. Man, shut the fuck up. Shut your goofy ass up. You really you're stretching it and you're reaching. You're reaching and you're stretching. You know how you stretching? Like 3 fingers when he was bent over, he had 3 fingers in his cornhole. That's how stretching you do.
Yeah,
you reaching.
Goofy.
You reaching for the cornhole at this point.
Hilarious.
RK. Hey man, listen.
Do anybody know what video that was where they break down
100.
when they break down the actual Wheeler, Texas case? Do y'all know which live that was?
There's a signature.
Does anybody know?
Recording where he is waiving his Miranda rights
and tried.
Oh yeah, for sure. Truck driver in the movie. Hell nah, bro. Don't lie to.
Nah, I saying that.
Oh, I think you wrong here, bro.
Let me see if I can go find it real quick, man. Yeah, let me go see if I can find this video real quick, man. Cause yeah, they go over the paperwork. Is this that? Yeah, they go over that actual paperwork. In the paperwork, it says they smelled marijuana, I think, in the car. The brother was asleep. Wack was shaking like dice in like dice in a crap game. He thought it was over. So, yeah, he thought it was over. As soon as they pulled up on him, it was over.
If you've been posting on YouTube for over a year,
if I can't find it, man, I'm gonna end it there because I don't want to play
I'm your Berlin Alter, and I was with the last
the video I was gonna play because it's just regurgitating the same shit that he just said in that audio.
80. I don't know if I'm gonna still.
So I'll wait until I get.
Let me see.
We got your client. This is what Greg Kading and Darren Dupree done told Wack lawyer why he's right there. We got your client on 2 different charges.
Like, is that right? We'll put him on the table. We walking out of here, right?
Okay, so this must be that same audio.
He know it was Wack, and that's what the feds told him, and that's probably when he twisted on Wack.
All right.
And the thing fell apart. He had cash.
I can't find it.
Not a crib. It's not how it
work or the streets.
Yeah, I can't find it, man. I can't find it.
My fault is
I can't find that audio. But go to Active Chucks, man. It's in one of them lies they just did. They break it. They break it down. You know what I'm saying? They go through the paperwork and see that he lied about why it was dismissed, what happened in that charge, the probable cause thing, well, all that. He lied about it. Why would he lie? again, man, I don't know. Right? We know, none of us know what's the deal with this case. We don't know. The best way to figure it out is to go ahead, man. Do your due diligence. Do what you tell them other people to do. Produce the paperwork. Let's put it to bed, man. Let's put this to bed. Let's just go ahead and end this CS2 back whole thing, man. You know? Let's just put that to bed. The only way we could put that to bed is if we put the Wheeler, Texas case to bed. Because the Wheeler, Texas case is what got sealed and got dismissed after the Main Street thing in 2011, I think it was. Was it 2011? Yeah, I think it was 2011. So, you know, you put one to bed, you put them both to bed. What happened in Wheeler, Texas, sir? The people have questions. I need that I want y'all to hashtag that across his social media platforms on everything, even on Clubhouse, if you're on Clubhouse. Hashtag, where's the paperwork from Wheeler, Texas? And then hashtag, who snitched on Poochie? And then put that in Reggie Wright's chat and all across his social media platforms. Because we got questions, and I think we need answers. We deserve answers. You know what I'm saying? We got to be careful out here, man. We don't know who out here trying to deceive the people. You know, it's enough deceit going on across the board for everybody. You know, we got to police ourselves, man. You see what happened when we deal with the others as policing. So now we got to worry about our own. That's a scary sight, man. That's a real scary sight. But yeah, I just want to say, man, salute to everybody that pulled up to this live, man. I appreciate it. This live got pretty big too at moments, man. We growing over here, Stand on the Media. I know I do. I'm not gonna lie. I don't get a lot of hate in my comment section, but I do get hate, and I don't care if it's 1 to 2 or 3. I welcome it all, but I ain't going nowhere. You don't like me. You don't like my channel. You don't like what I do here and how I do it. You ain't gotta be here, and you know that. But you don't care about that. You just wanna go in the comment section and talk shit. So I'm just gonna make you just magically just never be seen again. That's how we gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too grown to be going back. Like if I don't like somebody, I don't like something that they do, I just don't show up. I don't do it. I don't go. I don't rock with it. I don't support it. You know what I'm saying? I just do that. But you know, I also know that I'm older. So that's what the youngins do. I'm gonna let the youngins do what the youngins do. Me, I ain't got energy for that. Focusing on other shit over here. Salute to everybody though. Everybody who pulled up. By now, the conclusion is we understand and we know without a shadow of a doubt, but we still got to say allegedly because it hasn't been proven yet, that CS2 back is CS2 Wack. It's Wack 100. Greg Kading's confirmed that. That's who was on wiretap trying to get in contact with Dill Dog. That's who Mark Stevens says he was talking to. Also, that's the Wack boy that Dill Dog was talking to. And Stutterbox told us he understands now why, what really happened. He knows, Wack. You got caught on wiretap committing conspiracy to commit kidnap and murder. You was giving up the information on Dill Dog and got caught on wiretap. That's a crime. That's a serious crime. That don't just go away, sir. Then to play it off like you didn't have anything to do with it, like we're just that crazy. So you see us two back, except for all the other shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Being on the phone trying to get in contact with Dill Dog, and even though I talk to dogs, all that shit, that's all you. But when it get to the wiretap of it all, and the conspiracy to commit to give up Stutterbox information to get kidnapped and murdered, that part of the CS2 back ain't you. That ain't who you. That's the other one. That's the other CS. Okay. Remember y'all. Remember y'all. Yeah, man. We finna bail out Keefy D. I see you, sir. I see you. I'm gonna just sit back with my Jiffy and my special popcorn seasons. I like the ranch and the jalapeno. I don't know which one y'all like. You tell me what your favorite is in the comment section, and I get that oil butter. You know, the one I just get the regular. I don't get the other flavored butter. I like the regular. You know what I mean? I'm a simple man. You know. And I'm gonna just pop me a couple of bags because I can knock a bag out by myself, man. You know. And I'm gonna enjoy the show. I'm gonna enjoy the circus. On the sideline reporting. You know what I'm saying? Supporting who I like to support. The channels that are out here really doing the good work, the Lord's work. You know? And making something out of nothing. Salute the Active Chucks. Salute the Do Sims. You know, I was around when he was around. When I first, he was on the app before me. I don't know. But it's been a long time coming. And I done seen him come a long way in this content space. Way leap years above me. You know? When I was teeter-tottering with it. Should I jump in? Should I not? Should I not? And I done seen the growth in him. And the drive. The connections. You know? Every time he's been put on the spot to prove who he is, he's answered that bell every single time. You can call this what you want to, but I call it giving someone they earned just due. You know? It'd be different if he just popped up on the scene and I'm giving him his accolades. No, it's been around for a long time. Yeah. Got to give credit where credit is due. And now he done made a lane. I support that because it's necessary. It's needed. 100% needed in a space like this. Checks and balances, y'all. Checks and balances. Deuce know what I'm talking about. We need checks and balances. So I wish him nothing but the best. Nothing but success. You know? But we need more channels like this. In this space. That's all I'm going to say. We need these fellow YouTubers to come out get on it. Salute the Scandalous Los Angeles. Absolutely. All right, man. We get up out of here, man. Have these other podcasters do their homework before they put a man on to stop letting him talk them in circles. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, they still look at him like he's a celebrity. He's a star. He gonna change their life. You know, like he's that guy because he sounds good. You know, you ever heard of the slick oil salesman? Back in the day, you heard the older people talk about the slick oil salesman. That's who they was talking about. People like that, like him, sell you a dream, don't produce shit, because he just using you. You know, he ain't trying to do nothing for you. And if you don't believe me, if you think, I'm being biased, because I am biased, then just sit back and think yourself. Ask yourself, who has he put on? Whose life has he changed? Game and him in the Silver Rico situation. Yeah. So you don't gotta take my word for it. Look at his record. Whose life has he changed? Who has he really done something for? You know. Oh, okay, scandalous. Okay, yeah, man. Hell yeah, I do. 100%. 100% support him. The whole movement. Everything y'all got going on, I support it. Because I understand and know what this is about. You know? Good people. Real good people. You know? Dose of Reality TV. I support them too. Great movement. Great content. See, these the channels that should be in this space winning, thriving. That's why we got to get these gatekeepers out the way. These gatekeepers, yeah, we know. We see y'all. But I'm going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for pulling up and showing love, man, and showing out. You ain't got to just share my video, man. Let's go to any of these videos that I played in these other channels and get this content out there, man. Get it in the algorithm. If it ain't mine, just get somebody's. Let's get it in the algorithm. We need to get the truth out there. We got to get it in the right hands to get the message out there to the right people, you know? This shit disgusting out here. These dudes is playing a dirty game. Real dirty game. Salute to you, Trav. Salute to you. He changed R&B's life? That ain't what she said on that audio. That ain't what she said on that audio, Bay Area. Yeah, man. Yeah, on that audio, she said she's still waiting on her 40 acres and a mule. She said, they ain't came around yet, sir. Just saying. Yeah, we the culture. Yeah. He owned her body and body parts. Nigga's a weirdo. I ain't never seen no shit like this or heard no shit like this in my life. Nigga he owning body parts. How insecure do you gotta be to own someone's body parts? The fuck? What's wrong with this nigga? Where they make these niggas? See, that's why I just roll by myself, bro. Cause shit like that, niggas say that around me, nigga annoy me. You got to get away from me. What is you talking about? What did he say on that clip? If she was a transsexual, yeah, whatever. He be all up. He done been in that thing so much. What made it? What made you say that? Like, what made you think to say some shit like that? What is you implying here? Like, what is, nigga? It's just coochie, bro. At the end of the day, it can be really good, great, but at the end of the day, that's all it is. What made you say if it was something else? You've been in it so long that, and it's so, what made you think some shit like that? Like, who says shit like that? Man, if you niggas don't see the math, that's math in there, I don't know what to tell you. And listen, that's your business. I don't really care. What you do in your bedroom ain't got nothing to do with me, sir. Whatever your sexuality is, that's you. That's between you and your maker. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Why you out here playing though, lying, deceiving the people? Living your truth. You seem like you getting there closer and closer, and you may have your day coming where you're gonna be in a place with a lot of them. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure to be one behind them walls that look like R&B. You know? You might get your chance to make that a reality, brother. Stand on the media. You know what I'm talking about? Put in that in the chat, man. Who killed Poochie? Who snitched on Poochie? Not who killed him. Who snitched on him? Who told on Poochie? If you are new to my channel, man, you made it this far, man, thank you. I appreciate you. Do me a favor, though. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment in this video. Please, man, share this video. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when we drop videos. We have a Discord, man. I haven't been promoting the Discord because I just be forgetting about it. But the link to the Discord is in the description. Instagram information is in the description. Hit me up. If the link doesn't work, I'll get you a link over there ASAP in my pit bull voice. Niggas is crazy on that side. A bunch of characters. But salute to them. Anyway, man, I'll catch y'all on the other side, man. I appreciate y'all for real. Nothing but love here at Stand On It Media. You know, the truth, you know, it's coming. It will prevail, I promise. Let's go. Yeah, Stephanie, that's what he said. I don't know. That's what he said though. But I don't really touch stuff like that. You know, that ain't my business. You know, God bless her though. God bless her. Salute. Hey, see you, Sharp. Salute.